Hello, everybody. My name is Vivian McGrath from vivianmcgrath.com. And I'm going to talk about today about how to adult and win. Because we all have this battle going on inside of us of this frightened little girl who has the steering wheel of our life when we really, really, really want to make adult choices, empowered choices that serve us. And sometimes, way too often, that little scared girl wins. So this is about how to adult and win. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please do subscribe, click the ring the bell button or whatever it is. And so you get all my latest live videos, because I do them very, very regularly, as you know. You know, one of the biggest questions I asked myself was, how did I get here? And I asked myself that question after years of emotional abuse that turned to physical violence in a very toxic relationship with my ex. You know, how did I get here? All my childhood memories are really overwhelmingly happy ones. I wasn't from an abusive home, so I just couldn't understand it. And many of my clients come to me and say the same thing. How did I get here? How did somebody like me, confident and strong, end up repeating a pattern of relationships that were toxic, that were unfulfilling, with low-value partners who always took more than they gave, and ended up hurting me and abandoning me? And if you dig deeper, even when you think you've come from a pretty good background and family life, if you dig deeper, which is what I do with my clients, there is enough dysfunction and emotional needs not being met to instill a subconscious programming that impacts your adult life. And it's so subconscious that this is why so many women say to me, how did I get here? Why do I do this? Why do I keep repeating these patterns and these mistakes? You know, because it is subconscious programming. And when I dig even deeper, many of my clients have very controlling mothers or emotionally immature parents. And dysfunction, as a result, is a very big feature in their childhoods. Chaos, drama, walking on eggshells, never knowing what's going to happen next. You know, this sort of dysfunction. And it impacts, without you realizing, your adult choices, your beliefs about yourself, your patterns of behavior, and your relationships in adult life in a very, very, very profound way. You know, you grow up to not feel good enough, or that you just don't belong. You can be in a crowded room and just feel like, I don't fit in, I'm different. You have that empty hole inside. You might not even realize this, but you have very low self-esteem enough to settle for relationships, toxic relationships, with low-value people who do not value you, who put your needs last and are careless with your feelings. And you grow up with very weak boundaries that others test and just crash down, or being afraid of confrontation, so you don't speak up for your rights. You don't show up fully for yourself. You don't call out bad behavior or when someone crashes your boundaries down. You just put up with them and then seethe inside later on your own, thinking, why didn't I say something? You say yes when you want to say no, because you're a people pleaser and you put everyone else's needs first, pleasing them and changing your behavior to keep the peace and make them happy rather than nurture your needs. Does that make sense? And you carry a heavy armor around your heart to protect you, because you keep getting burned over and over and over again. So you fear that I can't trust myself. I can't trust my judgment. I can't trust other people not to hurt me. So you wrap yourself up in this heavy armor that you carry around, but it actually ends up being this fortress that pushes everybody else away, and you end up very lonely and alone inside. And how do I know this? Because all of that was me. I never felt good enough, or that my needs mattered. I never felt that I had an opinion that was worthy. So I would change my opinions depending on the circumstance or whoever I was with to please them, to get their approval. I was an incredible chameleon. I would shape shift to make everybody happy. I would be a people pleaser. And in my relationship with my abusive ex, I even shouldered all of the responsibility for what went wrong in the relationship. And I took all the blame, even for his abuse. I blamed myself. I thought maybe there was something I did to cause it. So I would do more, try more, please more, prove to him I loved him more so that he wouldn't hurt me. I mean, how screwed up is that? I even thought maybe I deserved it. I mean, it was awful. And at work, I was terrified. I was really successful and capable. But at work, I was terrified. I was always thinking, when are they going to find out that I don't really know what I'm doing? I'm an imposter. I'm a fraud. When are they going to find me out? That terror. And I kept, being the absolute ultimate high achiever. I pushed myself to ever higher goals. But no matter what I achieved in my career, nothing was ever successful enough. So I kept trying to live up to the highest standards that I was never going to achieve, because even when I did, I didn't see it as that. I just moved the goalposts and thought, well, I'm still a failure. I haven't achieved enough. And I put everybody else first above myself. And I was exhausted, absolutely exhausted. I burned out. I hit rock bottom, and I got to that place where I thought, who am I? I don't know who I am anymore. And so many women come to me who feel the same. They have tried everything: meditation, self-help books, breathing, a little bit of therapy, you name it. They've tried it. And and they're still at that point where they feel so far away from the confident girl they remember themselves to be that they don't know who they are anymore. They feel lost. They feel helpless, lonely, and trapped because they can't see their way out. They keep seeing that they're repeating these patterns over and over again, and they can't see their way out. And I tell them, that's because you're going about it the wrong way. You can spend the rest of your life armed for battle in that fight or flight mode, afraid, and making decisions based on insecurity and fear, pushing people away because you're too scared to get close to them, or quitting jobs every few years when the going gets tough. I've talked to a lot of women who've done that, and never showing up for yourself and really fighting for that dream career or life because you're too scared to put your head above the parapet in case you fail. You can work yourself into the ground like I did, trying to achieve ever more success and still feeling like a failure. You can keep on slapping on that happy face, pretending to be strong, when really deep down, you're crumbling inside. You're dying inside. You're drowning is the better word I use, because that's what I see when women come to me. It's like they're drowning. Or You can stop wasting years going around that dysfunctional loop, repeating the same patterns over and over and over and over again that you know hurt you, that they leave you feeling unfulfilled, unhappy, scared, lonely, trapped, stuck. These are all the words I hear from women. And if you've been following me for a number of years, like I know many of you have, then I am sure that it's safe to say you may be still going down that wrong path and repeating those same patterns that are not bringing you joy or fulfillment. And so, isn't it time to face the truth? The truth is that, yes, to the outside world, you look capable and strong and successful. But the truth is, and it's the truth I had to face, was that actually deep down inside, there was a scared little girl who didn't feel good enough, who didn't feel she was worthy of anything better. And more, I had to admit that that little girl was driving the steering wheel of my life, making really poor choices and bad decisions that led me into relationships over and over again with toxic partners, that almost led me to lose my life, that led me to burn out because I was people pleasing the universe, but not putting my own needs first. And I know what's going to happen if you continue to let that scared little girl hold the steering wheel of your life. And it's not a pretty sight. You will crash at some point, like I did, and get to that rock bottom that says, I'm so tired of this. Who am I? I don't know who I am anymore. And you'll look back and regret all those years you've wasted. So many women come to me saying that they have. But you can break this cycle. What have I said to you? You can align yourself on the inside and out and step in and become and embody and live that confident adult who takes your power back, takes the steering wheel back, lets the little girl inside you go and play and be the fun part of you, but who is the one who makes the empowered choices, the right choices, the healthy choices, the good choices that lead you to put you first and become the best version of you, who fearlessly makes empowered decisions over your career, over doing what you long to do with passion and purpose, and that leads you to really, really healthy relationships with partners who are there to support you, nurturing, balanced, equal partners who celebrate your success, lift you up, with whom you laugh and can spend the rest of your life in joy with. I know this because that's what I found. And all the clients I work with have now stepped into that woman instead. Now they know exactly who they are. They know exactly what they want in life, and they're making the right choices to get them there. And best of all, they have unshakable belief. So they never, ever settle for less now in love, life, career, from their children, from their exes. And they have stepped into that really still place, a place of inner peace, where you know that you have the power to create the life you were born to live and the relationship that you deserve. And so many of them now has said, Viv, you have literally changed my life. And that is the simple way how to face the truth that there is a really frightened, damaged, wounded, scared little girl inside you. Heal her. and then create a new kind of programming that leads you to empowered beliefs, patterns of behavior that no longer sabotage your choice of happiness and success, but lead you towards it, where you grab life with both hands and love it, live it, and get everything that you deserve. So if that is what you are looking for and you're tired of not knowing who you are anymore, then take action. The simple step that my clients all took that got them to me was they watched my free webinar, How to Recover from Toxic Relationships, Fall Back in Love with Your Life, and Never Settle for Less Than You Deserve Ever Again, or book a call with me. I'll put the links in the various descriptions below, whether you're in my Facebook group, on YouTube, or on my Facebook page. So grab that. It will be the best decision you've made, because that's exactly what they did. And yeah, that's it. In fact, what I'm going to post is I'm going to post a link to some of my clients as well, because just, you don't take it from me. Just listen to them and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in my next live video. Bye for now.